Stop telling yourself you're unproductive. You're drowning, or you feel like you're drowning because AI is giving you 100 good ideas and no real way to prioritize them. If everything feels important, nothing actually moves. Today, I'm going to show you how I use ChatGPT, very different than most people, to narrow everything down to one clear priority. The pressure you feel isn't coming from the amount of work you have, it's coming from the lack of clarity around what really deserves your attention. Most entrepreneurs, most creative entrepreneurs, operate from urgency instead of sequence. You don't need to get more done. You need to know what actually matters and get that done. AI can help with that, but only if you use it intentionally. This is our weekly CEO briefing specialist from the Boss in a Box. So, watch this walkthrough. It's a real conversation with the multi company CEO who's running a music business, digital marketing agency, and an AI startup. So, when he starts by asking the CEO to choose whether or not this is a review from the past or planning the upcoming week or both. The CEO chooses both, so when he gathers more context to see what was supposed to happen last week. Notice how when he asks direct questions, what were your goals, what actually happened, what didn't get done? Because when he is acting as the executive assistant, not the executive. So the CEO had three major goals: launch an album, clarify acquisition, and launch an AI company. But only one thing got done: the acquisition charges. But both launches slipped because unexpected fires consumed the week. Like, we all have had that. When he doesn't judge, she just asked more questions. What were the biggest challenges? The CEO answers honestly. So put yourself kind of like in a boardroom, in a meeting. Like, this is Winnie going through an agenda of some sort. So now Winnie does something powerful. Based on what the CEO just shared, Winnie suggests two priorities for this week: publish the album and make the AI company offer publicly accessible. Notice how Winnie explains why each one matters, connecting it to revenue and momentum. The CEO confirms, yes, those are the priorities. Here's where Boss in the Box becomes an executive team that works together. Winnie recommends two specialists to help execute: Constance, the content and brand specialist, and Marcy, the marketing and growth specialist. Winnie provides context so that they have good handoffs and everything each specialist needs to know to help immediately. So there's no guesswork. Winnie delivers a comprehensively weekly briefing designed for a human executive whenever that person comes on the team, a human executive assistant to execute on. If that's you, still you, then you become that human in the loop. The briefing includes what got done, what didn't, this week's priorities, which specialists to consult, and specific executive assistance action items. Notice the executive assistant section. Schedule these sessions, block this time, shield the CEO from fires, monitor these patterns. This isn't just a summary, it's an execution plan. So that circling of what do I do next, solved. In under 15 minutes, more like 3 minutes, this CEO went from scattered to focused, two clear priorities, two specialists ready to help, and a briefing that their executive assistant can execute on immediately. Most importantly, when he identified a pattern, fires keep consuming strategic time, the executive assistant now knows to implement stricter gatekeeping. That's the shift from working in your business as the talent to working on your business as the CEO. Winnie, the weekly CEO briefing specialist, part of Boss in the Box, the executive team you can finally afford. When everything feels like too much, the answer is certainly not to do more. It's to narrow your focus. If you're using AI but still scattered about what actually matters, you're not doing anything wrong. You just don't have a structure for your decisions. Boss in a Box gives you 9 specialized advisors that show you what moves forward, what gets tabled, and what actually drives your business. You won't get more ideas, you'll get a clear direction. And if you want ongoing support, a grounded place to work through the decisions you've been carrying all along, You can join us inside the AI School for Business. Both links are below. Watch the next video, The Mental Load of Entrepreneurship.